We are reviewing the client logos from LogoGround. My name is Andre Leroux. Let's begin. First logo today is one that I think has a lot of potential. I like it. It is cool how the fishing net curls over like a wave. That shape doubles as a wave and a net. Very clever. You need to be more precise with the lines though, like this and this and this, and a few other places too. And then this tiny little fish inside the letter O. It's cute, but it doesn't really work. It's just dropped in there like an afterthought. If you do that kind of thing, the fish has to be designed into the letter O, not just dropped into it. But I would remove it. I don't think it works. Next, we have a ghost tooth logo. What is the message in this logo? What is it saying? What kind of business would want this combination in their logo? There is actually a medical condition called regional odontodysplasia that is also referred to as ghost teeth, but I doubt that is what you were aiming for. Look, combining two things is a good idea in logo design, but don't just take two random things, take two things that actually make sense together. If it does not make sense, it won't sell. Next up, a tiger and lightning bolt. There you go, good combination. That makes sense. Like a fast tiger or a tiger with superpowers or something. That can work as a company logo. Nice. I like everything about this except the placement of the lightning bolt. This part here feels like it is the eye of the tiger. Oh, crap. Now we're going to have that song in our heads. Well, the eye of the tiger should be more or less over here. So I would move the lightning bolt up so that the eye is in the right place. Or alternatively, move the lightning bolt further away from the eye position so that it is clear that they are separate. Next up, palm trees and a sun. The composition is not bad, but I think you need to consolidate the style. Look at this. You have these wispy clouds here with smooth, rounded edges, then birds and palm trees with very sharp points, then the sun, which is almost baby-proof with its very soft, unthreatening rays, and then the ground and the text you made fairly rigid and serious. It's like different parts from different logos. You need to harmonize them. They need to look like they belong to the same logo. And you should avoid internal repetition. We often see this with trees. You draw one, then copy and paste to make more. That's okay if it is a very simple tree icon, but more often than not it comes across as lazy. If you want two trees, draw two trees. Next, a Beauty Lab logo. You know what this reminds me of? The movie Perfume. It's about a guy, well, I won't spoil it. Watch the movie, it's really good. One of those movies that is difficult to forget. And Dustin Hoffman is brilliant in his role in this movie. Weird movie though, not for kids. Alright, spoiler alert, here it comes. What we have here is a dead girl in a flask. Well, a dead girl's head in a flask. I know that's not what you meant to do, but that is what it looks like. And there are other problems here too, like the composition and the anatomy. I would abandon this idea. I don't think it's going to work out. Next, an interesting snake logo. Well, first of all, I really like the way you did the shading and this highlight. Really nice. It's confident, bold shading. It looks like you knew exactly what you wanted. Excellent. A few things that you need to work on though. If we rotate the design this way, you can see that the head is malformed. Maybe simplify it a bit and get the alignment more consistent. And if you can, do it with the same confidence that you showed in these marks. These are strong, confident strokes. And then here it's like you were unsure and more tentative. Then this bit here, it looks like the body is flattened out here. as though there is something below the body here that it is pressing against. But then the globe is down here. I think the globe should be here. And lastly, the shading, grey shadow here, black shadow here. Why? I would combine all the shadows into one object, then apply a gradient, similar to the one on the globe, just slightly darker. Next, a rabbit with a carrot. I like the doodle type of design, and I like the variation in the line width. Like a calligraphy rabbit, very nice. But I think the anatomy can be improved. If we take this rabbit here and we reduce it to its essential shapes, then I think we have like a location marker shape for the head, and actually the same shape for the body, with a flat bottom, and then ears maybe this kind of shape. If you compare your rabbit, you have this kind of shape. It's not a rabbit shape. Take, for example, the letter S. This is the basic S shape. You can make a different S, like that or that, as long as the basic shape is preserved. If you do this, you don't have an S anymore. The same with the rabbit, or any animal. You have to identify the basic shape and work within the boundaries of what that shape allows. Next, a letter A and a hole in the ground. Not bad, but not unique enough. I think it is too close to this one. Kind of borderline, but I think it is too similar. Not plagiarism, obviously, so no hard feelings. You just came up with a design that looks like an existing design. With a simple logo like this, you have to do some homework. You have to really try to find similar logos out there to see if your idea is unique enough to work as a logo. For example, I recently created this one as a kind of personal logo for my own YouTube channel. I wanted a hexagon and I wanted something with a 3D feel inside, so I settled on the pyramid shape on the inside because it's like a letter A for my first initial, and then very strong black and white shading. Then, before I started using it, I spent a lot of time trying to find this logo on the internet. And obviously, if you do find something similar, that's a bummer. Then you have to keep working on it. Make changes and test again. Next, letter P Trident logo. It is competent design work, but the composition is, I don't really know what to call it. It's like it doesn't have a composition. If this was a piece of music, then you have this instrument and this one playing the same tune. And then this crazy guy here is just banging on the drums. He doesn't care what the other guys are doing. He is playing his own tune. He's playing Eye of the Tiger. There has to be harmony here. And I think you don't have very far to go. Look at this. You have some potential symmetry here. Isn't there some way that you can emphasize that symmetry? If you can do that, then it will be like the drummer guy got in tune with the other guys. Next, Rubik's Dice Poker logo. I really like the idea, but there are a few problems. Here is the description. This logo is a combination of playing cards, dice, and Rubik's Cube. Well, that's a problem there. The same with the title. You cannot reference an existing brand like Rubik's Cube or Lego or Pac-Man, etc. You can call this a block puzzle, but not a Rubik's Cube. And that's a typo. Casino with the double S is a place in Italy. Casino with the one S is the place where you lose money. Then the spade in an isometric design like this line and that one and these two lines should all run parallel like that. And I think I would make the spade slightly bigger. The contrast here is too low. Actually, you could remove this face. Look at that. It still works. If you want to include that face, then you need a bit more contrast between it and the background. And finally, the font choice. It's a fairly futuristic, high-tech kind of font you have here. Not really a casino type of font. I think you should experiment with some options there. And that's that. More logos next time. Remember to subscribe if you haven't yet, and thanks for watching.